Hello, and welcome to another Minisode from Dissonant Waves. My name is Domino, and Trix is here,
Yes, I am.
and Ritalin, dear Ritz, is not here. Instead, we have brought in an expert.
We've
Expert,
replaced him.
expert, who are you?
I'm Corey.
Yes, Corey is our Green Day expert. That's not us. And we are back. We are covering Green Day
Yes.
once again. When we were covering Green Day back in 2020, Corey and I were also talking about it at work at the same time. So we were both
Yes.
on both ends of it, just being like, oh my god, all this is happening. Money, Money 2020 Part 2, No Fun Mondays, this other EP thing. Oh my god. So,
Oh,
naturally.
we were like at the escape room, and you were talking about. You were like, "Oh, did you see they're doing Money 2020 Part 2?" I was like, "Shut up! No, they're not." What a delight that was.
I feel proud of myself because I fucking called that they were going to do a Money 2020 Part 2 after Father of All release.
Yeah, that makes sense. They want to go back. I mean, it worked out perfectly with everything shutting down.
Yeah.
And just pumping out all those political, just topical hits. Like Jerry Falwell's Pool Party
Yeah.
and Digital Black.
Pizzagate.
And the Art of the Deal with the Devil. Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Deal with the devil. Doom, doom.
But we're not technically talking about all
That's a
that
fun
today,
piece.
though we could. We're actually talking about
Yeah.
Green Day Learn to Count. Indeed, we are covering today.
In Spanish.
We are covering Uno and Dos, two albums by Green Day that were released in 2012, not 2020, 2012. They're very apocalyptic and apocryphal, as it were.
Well.
Not Trey. We're not doing that one yet. That's next time. We're just doing Uno and Dos today. And to put this in a little bit of context, this is post 21st century breakdown. This is, as Billy Joe Armstrong put it, the peak of their creativity, I believe is the quote.
Oh no.
Oh no. I saw them on 21st Century Tour.
Yeah, how was that?
It was actually really cool.
I saw them on tour the first time for Trey. Or like it was when Billy Joe came out of rehab. I went to see that tour.
Ooh.
Yes,
they only played I think they only played like Brutal Love off of all three of those albums.
Oh, they really dropped
Not
all
a
that real quick.
surprise. I actually wonder how many of these songs they pull out, if any.
Well, they close every show with Nightlife.
Could there be a worse song to close?
Could there be a worse song?
See,
yeah, you're right.
If Nightlife was a network song, you'd like it.
Yeah, because then it would be ironic.
Yeah, it would be ironic, and I would have some appreciation for it, but
I have the exact same problem with Fuck Time. It's great as a Foxborough Hot Tub song. I don't want it as a Green Day song.
Now, the thing is, that was a
okay, is it a red flag or a green flag if...
Yeah.
Is it a red flag or a green flag if Fuck Time is your anthem Tinder?
Green flag.
Just be like, yeah, I just really like Uno. It's my favorite Green Day album. It's the one for me.
Dose. Fuck Time was off Dose.
Oh god, it was. See, I'm already mixing it all up. Turns out when you release 3 albums months apart, it's hard to remember which songs are which.
I do have an exercise for us next week if you guys are interested.
Sure.
I would like to see if we can cut down these 3 albums to 1.
Did you not see the part? Did you not see the thing in chat where I said I was doing that?
I did not. I think we all have been.
I literally wrote somewhere, if they had just picked the best songs out of the whole trilogy, there'd probably at least be one good album.
Yeah. Well, they didn't need to release 3 albums at once.
No.
They're one of the few bands that has done a triple album, I want to say.
Apparently their idea was, let's do Van Halen 1, 2, and 3, but Green Day 1, 2, and 3.
But in Spanish.
Because you can't just do 1, 2, and 3.
And I mean, Van Halen 2 and Van Halen 3 both had different singers. Van Halen 2 had Sammy Hagar, and Van Halen 3 had that new guy that I don't fucking remember his name.
And so
I want a whole cover of Sammy Hagar covering Led Zeppelin 2.
oh god.
Oh wait, I thought you said Van Halen, not Zeppelin.
But
I am fried today.
doing the cook life. Now, amazingly, I will
Yeah.
mention there's another quote on the Wikipedia page here that apparently Billy Joe was saying, like, the songs just kept coming. I'd go, maybe a double album. No, that's too much nowadays. Then the more songs kept coming. And so it seems like this had a Hobbit situation too, where they're like, yeah, maybe two. That seems like a lot, but two. No, let's do three. Let's do three. And we know how well it worked out for Peter Jackson.
2012 is the year that first Hobbit movie came out.
It was the time when everyone was like, let's go big.
Hobbit.
The first Hobbit movie.
Can I say a controversial opinion about the Hobbit movies? They're not terrible. They're fun.
They're fine.
I like that they. This is coming from a Tolkien nerd. I like how they incorporated a lot of the stuff, a lot of stuff from Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, like the Birth of Sauron. That was really fucking cool to see on screen.
The only one I didn't like was the third Hobbit, but
the only one I
Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah,
I hated the second one. I think all the Watertown stuff was really bad. All the stuff they added.
Legolas being forced in was very cool. I'll say that.
There was just too much characterization and like too much just like needless subplot. That was like was it Sacha Baron Cohen was in there or something like that, being like some fucking like bureaucratic guy or whatever. I don't remember. It was something weird like here's the guy that has all the rules or whatever.
Fuck, now I'm actually gonna I've been wanting to rewatch, do like my yearly rewatch of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I might have to do that.
Just do it like we're doing now. Just watch Hobbit 1 and 2, and then watch The Hobbit 3, and then all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
I mean, there are appendices on the extended editions.
Oh, of course there are.
That would be what Quattro is, I think.
Yes.
Well, Quattro is kind of like the making of.
And I mean, Lord of the Rings kind of popular.
Yeah, that's what the appendices are on the extended.
Yeah, you're right. How can we forget about Sean Bean not wanting to ride in a helicopter? So for Ritz, he would literally climb mountains dressed as Boromir.
But yes, I'm seeing other quotes here. Billy Joe Armstrong also.
As you can see, we would rather talk about The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings than Uno and Dos.
Let's see what a 40-year-old pill-addicted Billy Joe Armstrong has to say about writing 3 albums at the same time.
His quote,
yeah, this has big meth bender energy. Even more big meth bender energy.
Going epic as fuck. They made 37 songs.
I used to encounter a lot of meth heads in my day-to-day life, and that is meth head energy.
So let's name these tracks here. We got Nuclear Family, Stay the Night, Carpe Diem, Let Yourself Go, Kill the DJ, Fell for You, Loss of Control, Troublemaker, Angel Blue, Sweet 16, Rusty James, and Oh Love. That is Uno. Dos has See You Tonight, Fuck Time, Stop When the Red Lights Flash, Lazy Bones, Wild One, Makeout Party, Stray Heart, Ashley, Baby Eyes, Lady Cobra, Nightlife featuring Lady Cobra. Wow, that's loud. Amy. There's a vibe I think these titles strike that really signify more about what they're about than I think even the songs themselves do, or at least what they're meant to be about.
I don't know what half these songs are meant to be about.
Yeah.
I see. This is the problem where I think this is the bridge that Green Day crossed when they went into being dad rock. I wrote
Yeah.
I agree.
These are not punk songs. These are not punk albums. There are punk elements.
Not at all.
There's influences. These are just rock and roll, blues tinged, fucking mainstream rock albums. And like you can look at American Idiot, and there's still an edge to that. There's still like some grit to that. And 21st Century Breakdown less so, but it's still there. There's still some kind of something being said. There's something, there's an angle to things. This has none of that. This is just songs.
That's exactly how I feel. Is that these songs they're mostly boring songs that are about like what you would think like a 20-year-old would write about. And Billy Joe Armstrong is 40 when he's recording these records. I mean, like here, what do you think was going through Billy Joe Armstrong's mind when he was writing the lyrics to Troublemaker? What do you think he means by "I like your BMW, I like your BM excellent tits"? What does it mean?
Okay, I've been listening to a podcast about a clown, and if that was an insane clown posse lyric, it would go hard.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so you have that.
But like
song.
that's what I
also,
would expect from them.
You also have Makeout Party, which let's look at Makeout Party here. Hey, you got yourself a pretty little blouse. I think I want to rub it the wrong way. Do you want to spin a bottle, play a game of chicken? Well, it's a tongue twister till your lips are bleeding. And then he references like Truth or Dare and things like that, and that's literally just a teen party.
Yeah, being sung about by a 40-year-old.
Yeah, it is reaching
This
the
is
like,
Kiss's Christine 16, but by Green Day.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna go reference tracks. Doing the same shit you were doing when you wrote the songs when you were way younger, but except these songs weren't written back then. These songs are written in 2012, which is crazy.
You do okay. Well, off-topic tangent about Kiss. You guys know they still perform Christine 16, right? And they're in their 60s.
What would you expect? It's a popular song.
And the song, even when it came out, it was a creepy song because it was like you're picking her up from high school.
You think Ted Nugent still plays Jailbait?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I'm
sure
he
Ted
does.
Nugent. It's
I'm sure
Ted
he
Nugent.
proudly plays Jailbait.
I think I put on Stranglehold once 10
years
years ago, and it's still playing.
This is the part where it's like, okay, you made 3 albums, but there's no quality control. There's no thought about what these songs are about. It's the opposite. It's the opposite of doing 2 concept albums in a row.
Yeah.
It's like
American Idiot. You put out American Idiot, you win the Grammy for Best Rock.
You put out 21st Century Breakdown. I think you do it again.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Back-to-back records.
Is the real Uno Dos and Tre in like this slot? Is it the Broadway American Idiot?
I think that opens in 2012, which would be the same.
Same year. And it's got new versions of songs from American Idiot and 21st Century.
There's also the Awesome as Fuck album, the live stuff that came out the year before.
Yep. Which we have covered one song of.
Cigarettes and Valentines.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when we did the Cigarettes and Valentine.
I forgot about
Heard that song and I was glad that record was gone.
Yeah.
Honestly, the whole Cigarettes and Valentines story is more interesting than Uno Dos Tre.
Yeah.
I think if they had released Cigarettes and Valentines, it would be Uno Dos Tre. Like, it would be that.
Yeah.
Instead,
I could see that.
I could see that too.
They zapped themselves and were like, "Hey, let's do something real." But this is the thing. This is the long-going conspiracy that I have, that they think of Green Day as a specific thing, and that thing keeps changing, but they're not willing to make just music. It has to be Green Day music. And like that doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
But they seem to stick to this idea that it has to sound a certain way, and they can't have like the let's just have fun attitude. Like, why do the Foxborough hot tubs exist?
Yeah,
why does the network exist?
For them to have fun, and we hypothesized when we covered this, like, this is really where Green Day is. This is where their spirit lies.
Right, but like, okay, even then we have this moment where they wrote 3 albums, and there was nothing happening at this time except a couple songs were kind of carried on from Foxborough hot tubs, and I don't know what it is. Do they just need that spirit of inspiration to come to them every so often, and then when it doesn't, we're stuck with this? But even then, when they have it, they go to the network. I don't get it.
Yeah,
it's so bizarre.
How do you put out those 2 albums in the same year?
Like, you think it's a message or something, like some kind of call and response thing of like, hey, that's Green Day. This is us. But then you put out 3
Almost
albums.
as if Green Day is the corporate entity or something.
Yeah, but then you put out 3 albums.
Green Day's the brand, I guess. Yeah.
And like, there are more songs on these 3 albums than there are between Money Money 2020 Part 2 and Father of All Motherfuckers. This had to have
only
taken,
just barely.
This had to have taken like their entire attention, the same way doing those 2 albums must have taken their entire attention.
These songs seem really slapped together to me.
There's a lot of really recycled boring parts.
Yeah, that's true too. It was all done in like
which they're living up to their name. They're green. It's recycling. Go green. Green Day.
Oh shit!
That was my really bad joke I alluded to earlier.
I can't wait for the people that listen to Sweet Children realizing that they're actually called Green Day now. I thought that was more going to be a joke. But yeah, like there's this corporate entity called Green Day, and they fulfill a contract, and then they go off and do their other stuff, and then occasionally there's crossover. But
I wonder if the whole 3 album was part of like a track that like they mentioned it once and they got locked.
Or you would think it'd be a way to get out of the contract.
Yeah.
You would think that releasing when they released Father of All, that was also like the end of a contract, I remember.
It was.
But then they just kept going.
Yeah.
But it's all Reprise Records though, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
If they're feeling constrained.
Although I remember Pollyanna after that came out in 2021. I remember being like, okay, this might be a bit of a return to form.
I do like Pollyanna quite a bit.
Yeah, that was the last song I remember hearing new.
You didn't hear Holy Toledo?
I have not. I'm familiar with the Wunderbar song, Holy Toledo.
Green Day's Holy Toledo is a hot. It's good.
I'll look for it.
It literally takes the guitar riff from the chorus of one of the songs, and it's exactly the same.
Okay.
But instead, now we have them coming out with a new album at some point, presumably called The American Dream Is Killing Me. I'm going to assume that's what it's called.
American Idiot Part 2.
That's
3 or 4 at this point, if you want to count.
I guess with the cover, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, it's a unicorn shitting on the cover of American Idiot.
Oh, it's not shitting. It's with rainbows on it.
Yeah, either way. They're...
Which, you know, seems
like a shot.
If that was a way for them to do like a queer kind of like take on things and go really far in that direction, that'd be interesting. That's definitely
they did it
what
with
they're doing.
Trans Am.
Did they though?
They did it with their Trans Am.
Yeah.
It was released on the Trans Day of Remembrance, and it had the trans flag colors on the EP art.
That's true. That did happen.
Yeah.
But like, what? Why is it cryptic? What does it mean?
Well, I mean, Billy Joe Armstrong is a bi-king.
And that's true. That's sure. Yeah. And like fucking Father of All, worth remembering too that is a 26-minute record. That barely meets the standard of being a full record. So you could definitely...
You can almost fit that on one side of a vinyl.
Yeah, you can, like... That's shorter than any of these albums that we're supposed to be talking about now.
Yes, these are all about 40 minutes.
Yeah, those are full albums that they did. This is not. And again, you know...
No.
If the song titles on, like, some of these tracks are off, like Make Out Party and Troublemaker, you know, don't forget songs like Oh Yeah and Stab You in the Heart. You know, they had just as much creativity at that point, if not less.
I was a teenager.
Oh, of course, my favorite. So there is this weird Green Day just... There is the Green Day that exists, that has a soul, that likes making good music, and then there is just other stuff. That spirit seems to flit from project to project. You would think it'd be here on Uno, Dos, and Tre, considering how much time and like how much energy and effort they put into these, but
at some point we have to cover some of the other side projects like Headgun.
Yeah. And then the long shot.
The long shot.
We did do Ordinary
Yeah.
World, which is the when Billy Joe came out of rehab.
We did.
I love
Yes.
Judy Greer.
Judy.
I love the twist ending of Ordinary World where you find out it wasn't even his birthday.
Oh yeah, it's like that's fucking next
I
week or
forgot
something
about
like that. That's so stupid.
It's so bad. Someone financed a movie with that in it.
Yeah.
It just shows how much of a slacker he is at heart, man. He's experiencing some loss of control. You could say he's a bit of a troublemaker. You know, it's kind of an examination of the nuclear family in the modern time.
Dom. Fuck time.
Kill the fucking DJ.
You really let yourself go. But like, what is the reason that a lot of these artists just at some point just throw their hands in the air and like, okay, let's just go mainstream rock and just do some like fucking rockabilly and 60s shit. Like sometimes it can work really well, and then sometimes you get something like Fuck Time.
Yeah, again, Fuck Time is funny as a Foxborough Hot Tub song where they're like playing characters and it's meant to be kind of silly and a throwback.
But no, that was the one
as
song
a Green
that
Day
could-
song.
It can cross over. It's so good, man. It's able to make the change.
It unfortunately is not that song.
Okay.
I wish it were.
What was it? I mean, obviously, a good song from Foxborough Hot Tub album, like, you know, Stop, Drop, and Roll, of course, is like Mother Mary. If they put Mother Mary on this album, then we talk about something.
Mother Mary is what Holy Toledo is a remake of.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Now we're going somewhere.
But there's so many songs, and then this Lady Cobra person that shows up randomly, just guesting and like doing her thing.
It's a song named after her.
Yeah, she's just so influential
that she's not on.
Yeah, no, it's named after
I
her.
have not heard of her.
After. I've never heard of her either.
Not before nor since.
If we Google Lady Cobra, what happens?
Google breaks. No, it wasn't prepared for anybody to actually ask who Lady Cobra is.
Let's see.
Internet's down.
Of course, it's all about the song that comes up. But there's in the Green Day wiki, there's a entry.
Yeah.
She is a rap band called
real
the
lore.
Mystic Knights of the Cobra.
Go ahead, finish reading that Wikipedia article, because oh man.
Cobra was the letter vocal talents in the song Nightlife from Green Day's 2012 album Dose, for which she also appeared on the back cover. Afterwards, she went on to become a tattoo artist. She never became well known for her music.
Oh man.
And then they link after that
What a
on
surprise.
Reddit. What happened to Lady Cobra?
That would be a weird AMA to see in like 3 years.
Let's see, on Reddit,
Yeah,
someone's saying that she lives in Hawaii. Someone says that she has mutual friends with them. And then that's it. There's only like a handful of responses.
This was supposed to be like her breakout hit.
And it's perhaps her only song ever. Except for the fact that she was in a rap band at some point. Mystic Knights of the Cobra.
Buried in B-side of the second album, Trillogy, as I've been calling it by myself.
Yes. I think it'd be fun if we all did separate recuts of what we think the album should be.
I wonder how similar they would be, because I would bet they're like, if we all picked 12 songs, I bet 10 of them would be the same.
Maybe I have a theme. I have like an angle I'm going to take with mine.
Okay.
I'm going to try to make a theme out of it.
I have a little bit of a philosophy behind how I'll do it.
I have put no thought into.
And that's perfect. That's a perfect spread. Let's see, on Discogs, Mystic Knights of the Cobra, do they have anything released? They had an album, There Is No End, and an EP, Fade to Pink.
Wow. I'm looking at these song titles that come up when you Google Mystic Knights of the Cobra.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh. I'm also seeing them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Let's read some of them off.
Are you sure?
I would,
Okay,
but
okay.
I would fuck up my signal if I tried to look.
All right. So we'll go with a couple here. There's text messaging slut.
Feel free to post. Feel free to post a couple in.
Hey, okay, here's their album. I'm gonna post it in the chat, Trix. Here is their album. There is no end, featuring the song "Text Messaging Slut."
Pulling it.
Oh, 20 songs.
Oh man.
The EP has nothing nearly as incendiary.
I am personally a fan of. I'm the only one who can really say this, anyways. Of track 12 through track 14 or track 15. I'm gonna go for that whole spread. Right? 4 songs. Nunchucks into smoking crack, into tranny sex, into unemployed. Tells a story. Right?
Dear God.
I like that it starts with nunchucks, though.
It has to start. Every good story starts with.
No,
I've been saying
actually,
that
no.
for
I'm
years.
sorry. It's got to be track 11 through 15.
Okay, yeah. What I like nunchucks. I like smoking crack. I like tranny sex. Yeah, I'm unemployed.
Dear God. Oh. And Billy
I can't
Joe
believe
Worth
they
saw.
noting
named one
that
of the
I am
tracks after
trans and I can
Breaking
say
Bad
that
movie.
word, so
I can't
you can't
believe
cancel me.
I can't believe Billy Joe saw her and was like, "Yes, you're the one. You're gonna be on my album."
Did he really though, or was this just some sort of corporate meddling? Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this.
He named a song after her
Oh,
though.
like a plan.
Yeah,
I mean, why? It looks
family
like
friend.
Well, you heard the
these
song.
these CDs were not released on a label. There would be no big label to hold on. Their
They
profile on
they could have been
Discogs.
signed.
I'm sorry, their profile on
Could have been
Discogs.
signed with a label.
They're listed as an American underground punk rap vaudeville band.
Oh, when you put vaudeville in anything, I'm
Immediately, what?
immediately interested.
Is their website still active? It is not. It is for sale. It's $2,095 to get the mkotc.com website.
Oh, a steal.
A
An
steal. We should
absolute bargain.
You can also pay $174.58 a month for 12 months.
Oh, 1 second, guys. Sorry, I have to get my credit card. 5862.
And the 3 little numbers on the back.
001. Because I'm number 1.
That's a fucking Sims. When Burns is asked what his social security number is, he goes 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. Damn you, Roosevelt.
I like the idea that FDR was the first guy to get a social security number because it was his idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an interesting note here in that these tracks are so well thought out and so planned to be on the albums they're meant to be on that when they were releasing the vinyl, Drama Queen is in place of Stray Heart on Dose because that was the original track listing.
Interesting.
That's weird.
So they
looking into
the Drama Queen is on the vinyl, and then Drama Queen is on the vinyl again for Trey. So Stray Heart has never been on vinyl.
Yeah, you're gonna listen to this shitty song twice instead of 2 different songs.
That's actually really strange because if I recall correctly, there's 2 months between Uno and Dos, but in between Dos and Trey, Billy Joe had that incident at the iHeart Music Festival with Justin Bieber before he went into rehab, and they moved the release date up. So they all came out in 2012, I think.
Yes.
Vinyl is also just really weird about releases. I have one record by this Indiana punk band called Liquids, and it claims to only have 19 tracks on it, but it has 20, and one of them is just not listed.
Secret track.
It's not even a secret track because it's on streaming, and it's just it advertises 19 hot tracks. because the album's called like Hot
there's
Lips
19
Revenge.
hot tracks,
And then once
and then
Yeah.
there's a 20th song.
Well, I mean, Heart of the City is actually a banger tune.
I didn't say it was in order.
Fair.
It's not 19 hot track in a row. It's just 19 hot tracks.
they could have put the
The
song
missing
first.
track is like track 17.
They could have put who knows? They could have maybe they changed the name.
It's fucking weird. That's all.
Stray Heart's
I could
like
probably
the best song on that album too.
I could probably DM the singer of that band and find out an actual answer.
You think you could? Isn't the whole thing that you can't tell who's in what band in that scene?
Well, no, that one is Matt. The
The three Matts.
MAT. I forget his last name.
No, the three Matts.
Yeah, that was one of the three Matts.
Yeah.
No, this was one of the three Matts of Cone.
Correct. Yes. But okay, what songs do you two like from both of these? Let's start there.
Kill the DJ is good.
I do like Kill the DJ. I didn't when the album first came out, but listening
I think
to
I
it
might
again,
just like Kill the DJ because sorry to talk over you.
Oh, you're fine.
But I think I might just like Kill the DJ because they reused a lot of the lyrics on one of my favorite songs off Money Money 2020 Part 2, which is Jerry Falwell's Pool Party.
Oh yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah and the Century of Thrills.
Yes, the song about fucking his pool boy,
Which I'm sure
which is based on the true facts.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't the pool boy. Jerry Falwell was the. Didn't he have the? Oh no, I'm thinking of Dan Schneider and whoever he was hanging out with. Never mind, you're right.
Yeah, Jerry Falwell Jr. was Jerry Falwell Jr.'s or Jerry Falwell's son, who was an evangelical preacher, very evil, just as equal. He got caught. His wife, which was like Kristen with a Y or something like that. It was something like Mormon-y, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And it surfaced that she was fucking the pool boy and he would watch, and then some later DMs got leaked where it turns out that he might have been fucking the pool boy too.
That's a party.
Well,
it is.
Sounds like.
Okay, so what if I
Too bad he's going to hell.
What if I pitched you a single that had Nightlife on one side, Kill the DJ on the other?
Kill the DJ as the B-side?
It could be either one. I just like the idea that
Nightlife is the B-side, it would be acceptable.
Yeah, because the B-side, the whole point of the B-side is, here's a bonus song that isn't going to be on the album.
Everybody knows Blue Monday, nobody knows the beach.
And no one knows what the beach is. I think when we do present our albums at the end of this next week, we also should present some theoretical B-sides.
Oh,
okay.
You're like, hey, this would go with
also,
this one.
Yeah.
So we have one. Kill the DJ is one that we seem to like. Any others?
Let Yourself Go, I think would be a good first track for this album.
Yeah.
Nuclear Family is a weird song to kick off your album because it is boring. Let Yourself Go is the first song on this album that has any energy to it whatsoever.
I mean, Carpe Diem has the benefit of being a little bit of 21st century in there, so it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
I don't like Carpe Diem.
I don't either.
I do think it does sound like 21st Century Breakdown, though. Now that you mention
it, the other one that is also the same song is better. Yes, Rusty James.
Yes, Rusty James is better.
I don't know. I like Carpe Diem. I think it's kind of a fun little twist if we're gonna accept the fact that they're just riffing on their own stuff now. As a little twist on things, I think it's kind of fun. Kill the DJ, obviously.
Yeah.
It's good. Is interesting as a track. But like Nuclear Family is like the only other song on Uno that I have any kind of like, oh, there's something here. It's a little slow, but it's a song. It's a song you could possibly recognize at a concert. That's the thing is like I think
because he does a countdown at the end of it.
But it's like if you were to listen to these at a concert, unless you're a super Green Day fan, you're not gonna know. You are not gonna know which song's being played. I guarantee you, unless it was one of the popular ones or one of the real noticeable ones. Like if you told me Sweet 16 was playing, and I thought it was Baby Eyes, like I'm not even gonna know what the difference is even then. I think
Yeah.
Dose is a little
Yeah.
better. I like
Oh man, I do not like Dose.
I like the framing Dose has of the first and last track being kind of similar-ish. Like See You Tonight and Amy kind of have
Yes.
like some synergy there working together. But I do like Lazy Bones. I think that's a fun song. Lazy
I
Bones
like it up through until it gets to the second verse. I really like that like strummy, really sharp guitar in the intro through the first verse and then the chorus. And then it changes the strumming pattern in the second verse and you lose that like sharp sound. And the song loses me at that point.
And that's it for me.
I like
right now I'm just thinking of a there's this one song put out by Billy Cobb that is him imitating like Dookie era Green Day, and I'm just thinking I'd rather be listening to that.
Oh dear.
I think Fell For You sounds like a Bobby Darin song.
Okay. That's an interesting pull. There
Just
are some
like that, not even like specifically Bobby Darin, like people like Bobby Darin where it's like this. I mean, I know Bobby Darin was a young guy at one point when he was famous, but I just think of that as like that's old music.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea who Bobby
He does the song Mac the Knife.
Yeah, still no idea.
That's like his most famous song.
When I think of Bobby
he
Darin,
was a 50s singer.
When I hear Bobby Darin,
50s
I think of the scene in Forrest Gump
50s pop.
before anything else.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've seen Forrest Gump.
Jenny is doing a solo show naked with a guitar, and she's going under Bobby Darin.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Forrest goes there and finds her, and she gets harassed, and she leaves the stage, and he goes after her as he does.
Yeah.
But there are songs in here that I legitimately do not like, and I think are awful ideas.
Yes.
Surprisingly, the one that I hate the most is one you two might not think about. I really dislike Wild One. Wild One is insufferably slow.
What did I write in my notes? All I wrote was boring.
Like Wild One is a song you could speed up 100% and make it like a little better.
Yeah.
Just a drawing of a dick in my.
I did not take notes for this. I will be honest. I was like, I'm gonna give myself a break. I always take notes. Let's not. I think I chose the right move.
Yeah, you're the prolific note taker.
The difference between these songs.
I thought about doing that, but I'm like, God, do I really want to spend my time? Amy
I just don't know how you can tell me which song is which without looking at notes.
Amy's named after Amy Winehouse. That one's interesting.
Yep.
I'd rather listen to any Amy Winehouse song before any song off of Uno, Dos, or Trillogy.
I just had something really dark to say.
I don't know about that.
Say it.
Do it.
I'd rather listen to Amy Winehouse's Death Tape.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, here's what I wrote in my notes for Nightlife. This is my last Jedi.
In what way?
In the way everyone else thinks about that movie. That's how I feel about Nightlife. It goes against everything that stood before it. except it actually does that.
Yeah. We are a bunch of Last Jedi enjoyers, we'll say that. At least I know I am. I'm pretty sure Dominic,
I certainly am.
I love The Last Jedi. It's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Easily.
Yes.
We just lost.
As an aside, while we're talking about Star Wars, if you are a Star Wars fan and wish to enjoy the original unspecialized versions of Star Wars, you can find the original 16mm rips on archive.org, available for free to download.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You can go watch them and actually realize that you were wrong the entire time, and they're not better.
There's some things that are better.
There's just rose-tinted glasses, baby.
I grew up watching special editions. That's what my father owned, because they only released those on DVD.
I saw the VHS ones. No, I saw the originals. But do I specifically care?
Gotcha.
Not really.
They although technically they were still not the original. George Lucas was meddling.
Yep.
So we go from 21st Century Breakdown being a lesser rock opera, but still, a thing.
I love 21st Century Breakdown. It's
21st
it's
Century
not as
Breakdown
good,
is
but
better
it's
than
so good.
American Idiot.
American Idiot is just better, I think. And then it's like, how do you follow that up? You try your best, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's why My Chemical Romance threw away an entire album after the Black Parade too.
Did they?
Whatever, hey
Yeah,
young boy,
that
my
Danger Days
father.
album was a rewrite or like a new thing after they'd thrown something out, and they eventually ended up releasing that thing later.
Well, they did.
The Conventional Weapons, they released like 5 double singles.
Interesting. Okay.
They're not great.
So
That's
that is
kind of just my opinion on My Chemical Romance.
that is their Cigarettes and Valentines, then. Except they actually
Yeah,
released
except
it.
that album actually exists,
Yeah.
and it's not just
Well,
a
it's
reason
rumored
they
that
took 4
they
years off.
own the masters for Cigarettes and Valentines.
You think they were really stolen? Or they just realized these are not
No.
good?
No,
They were not stolen.
I don't. I've never believed they were stolen.
Like, who's gonna want to steal the
I
Green
think
Day
that it was.
masters?
It's just a legend at this point, I think.
Yeah.
If you read the
Like, if this was after American Idiot released, I could see it maybe happening, but before, no.
if you read the iTunes entry for American Idiot, they open with talking about the masters being stolen. They are very much trying to push the myth.
Yeah, they benefit.
It's a
Yeah,
great
for
story
sure.
to be like, oh yeah, we lost it and we came back and we rallied together to make something amazing.
It's like how James Cameron claims with every movie that he writes that he put it in a drawer for 20 years because he knew that they didn't have the technology to film it.
He was right at least at one time.
Yeah.
Avatar 2 just, I don't know what happened with that.
I can't believe that they're making a series out of Avatar. I know that like it was the goal from the beginning, but like I know that it was like the most popular movie of all time at one point, but it's such a mid movie.
Have you seen Avatar 2?
I have not seen Avatar 2, and I tend not to, even though I'm a huge Sigourney Weaver.
I loved Avatar 2.
Oh shit.
Was never a huge fan of the original Avatar. Loved Avatar 2.
You see, the real
Maybe I
problem,
will have to watch it. Fuck.
the real problem is that James Cameron was just upset he couldn't make a Titanic 2.
Yeah.
That movie already
Yeah,
That
exists.
is
The Asylum, I think, had to make that one.
Yeah.
that is Dominic's second dark joke of the episode.
No, don't push me. You didn't make me think of the worst one. Fuck off.
Yes.
No, actually, you're right. Actually, no. If he had waited about 4 or 5 years after Titanic, he could have made a Titanic too. It just wouldn't have been about boats. It would have been about planes.
9/11.
Oof. Oliver Stone beat him there.
Well, he was so busy writing Avatar.
That's true. He
Yes.
spent 20 years writing it.
And also going to the Mariana Trench.
Yeah, he was putting out those
Yep,
documentaries.
James Cameron loves pop punk.
Yeah. Him roasting the fucking Ocean's Gate thing as soon as it happened was amazing.
Yeah, it's the best thing he's done since he made the myth
Terminator
Titanic
2.
real. You walked over from my joke.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Although I
let's
suppose
talk about
Aliens
what
is
did
really
happen.
good.
True Lies.
Oh
is
yeah,
also really
Aliens
good.
rules.
The Abyss, really good too.
Yeah, True Lies is fun.
We like James Cameron.
Yeah. Good filmmaker.
You gots to. Ooh,
We
Piranha 2.
can
The
shit on him
Spawning.
all we want, but he still makes good movies.
Piranha 2, The Spawning.
Have you guys seen the Sims cut of Titanic, where they shot for shot remade the Titanic in the Sims?
No.
No.
That sounds great.
It's incredible.
Do they do Simlish?
I'm
or
pretty
do they
sure
do
I've posted it in
the
chat
dialogue?
before. Oh, there's no dialogue. It's all just like.
Simoleon.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
There's even the car sex.
Of course. I'm sure it takes like a fraction of the time as well.
No, it's still like 2 hours.
Oh no, they remade the whole thing shot for shot.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Oh, fair. I mean, video games run at 60 frames per second. You know, it's not going to be 24 frames.
That's James Cameron's getting hard just hearing that 60 frames a second.
I just imagine James Cameron having a movie suffering from lag.
Bringing it back to The Hobbit, those were filmed in 48.
It's dipping down to 20. You gotta bump it up again.
Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
Ugh.
As you can see, we'd rather talk about anything other than Uno and Dos.
Oh, they're awful. They're awful.
They're awful.
They're not the worst things that they've done.
No, they were. They're
And
not
then Father
anymore.
of All happened.
I think there are songs on these albums that I can be like, yeah, okay. Sure.
Yeah, but there's 12
There's
songs
none of those for
on
Father of
Uno.
All.
Yes, but Father of All, there's no redeemable features.
No, there's not one good song on there.
Like, apparently Art of the Deal with the Devil was supposed to be on Father of All, and if it was on Father of All, it would be the absolute best song on Father of All.
Well, that's why they had to cut it.
Yes.
They couldn't
Again.
put one good song on an album.
The conspiracy. Put 10 songs on there, but they can't be good. It has to be all the bad stuff we've done.
Oh, it's only 10 songs? That's wild.
You remember when they put Ready Fire Ready Aim as like the theme of the NFL or something like that?
I believe it was the
something
NHL.
like that.
Yeah.
The NHL, yes. What a fucking waste. I wonder if that's still the theme.
It's like
song
we're
of
not
the
making
NHL.
Arena Dad Rock. Arena Dad Rock.
Take the Money and Crawl. I don't remember that song. Thank God.
Would you rather get bashed in the head with a brick or listen to Father of All?
How long am I getting bashed in the head with a brick?
It's 3 quick strikes.
Oh, I'd take that. If you were going to say like 27 minutes, then no, I'd rather listen to Father of All. But like anything under
Fair.
26.
Permanent brain damage is better than Father of All.
I don't see the difference.
Fair enough.
Covering Father of All has led us here several years later.
Yes.
Who can say that we're not brain damaged?
It's a better song, Damaged by Pink Floyd.
Than anything on Father of All, yes.
I used to listen to that while fucking closing out shift at grocery store, Ted.
Imagine if they went on the Hella Mega tour when they originally were planning on it. They
Oh,
would be
man.
touring this album, Father of All.
Ugh.
Thank God.
How many songs would they have played off?
All of it, front to back.
Yeah, you're right, because I bought the Beat Saber Green Day DLC years ago, and I'm pretty sure every Father of All.
Yeah.
Oh, God. For what?
At the very least, the first 3. Because those are the ones that were like, yeah, those were the singles. They were so lazy that the first 3 songs were the first 3 singles.
Yeah.
I had Green Day Rock Band.
Oh yes.
And they had
I
every
always wanted
song
Green Day
off
Rock.
of 21st Century Breakdown except for Know Your Enemy, 21 Guns, and
single.
If there was another single, it wasn't on there either because it was like you had every single song on this album except for the singles.
I think 21st Century Breakdown was the other single.
I think you're right.
That East Jesus Nowhere, 21 Guns, Know Your Enemy, 21st Century Breakdown.
I forgot East Jesus Nowhere was a single, even though they performed it on SNL.
When did they perform the singles on SNL?
It was the season 35 finale, maybe.
Right, but wouldn't that be a reason why they would do it?
Yeah. That's what I mean. I forgot that.
Oh, got it.
I forgot that it was a single.
Yeah,
and then I remembered Will Ferrell coming out and playing the cowbell.
I mean, it surely doesn't beat when they played Fire Ready Aim at the Game Awards.
At the Game Awards?
I blocked this out of my...
Yes, they had them at the Game Awards, I think 2019, to promote the Beat Saber DLC. And I believe they played at least 1, if not 2 songs. I think it was at least Ready Fire Aim. Or Fire Ready Aim, Jesus Christ.
I mean, it is a nonsense way to organize those words.
Yeah. Well, I
then
mean,
he
they
says
couldn't
it
call it
correctly
Ready
the
Aim
second
Fire.
Well, because that would make sense.
It would.
Well, it's a commentary, you see, because you're shooting first and then aiming later.
Yeah, but you're not even ready.
It's commentary on something.
No, you're ready before you fire.
But why are you aiming after you fire?
Make sure you didn't shoot down a past children.
Something,
getcha.
Cops, probably.
Mm. Oh, I get it. This is rough.
Which one's got the drugs?
Who's brought the drugs? Who's brought the drugs?
It's like, I'm gonna bring it back to Kiss again because Kiss is just my my barometer for shitty music. They have a song called Danger Us, as in the word danger, and then us.
Yes.
And the fucking chorus is, it's danger you, it's danger me, it's dangerous.
I've always said that Gene Simmons was like Walt Whitman in dumb makeup.
If that was true, he'd still be re-releasing Dangerous all these years later.
Yeah.
He would just be like, oh, there's another lyric. Oh, they changed that one. Oh, they actually took out the whole theme of the song. He doesn't even sing Danger Us anymore.
At some point, we're gonna have to talk about Kiss's sci-fi album concept.
You mean the one where they're at the circus or whatever?
No, it's a different for that.
Dear.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Role Models?
Fuck, might have.
There's one of the characters in it is obsessed with Kiss, and it has a very funny payoff at the end of the movie.
Is it like the
I
payoff
do know that.
This Is the End?
What about This Is the End?
Is it the payoff of that movie?
No, it is wildly different.
Okay. Tricks, you were saying?
I don't remember the end of This Is the End. I was too stoned. But yeah, we're gonna have to cover this fucking album. It's the weirdest fucking thing.
Fair enough.
And how is Paul Stanley straight? Just
Oh god, we're gonna
how?
say...
Have you guys seen the cover of Lick It Up?
I can look at it now.
This is when they dropped the makeup, and they had the new guitarist that replaced Ace Frehley, and he was gay, and so to like show that, he was wearing a pink shirt on the cover, and Paul Stanley looks gay.
Is he the one on
Vinnie
the right?
Vincent. He's Paul Stanley.
Yeah, he's the one on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even's got the voice.
I think
like as homophobic as that sounds.
I think with celebrities, it's very much just like, this is their image. Is this them really? Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he converted to Catholicism for his wife, so
even more reason to stay in the closet.
That's true. He's got a wife now. He's got a reputation to protect.
Yes.
Everyone sees him as whatever his name is, the straight guy.
The star child.
He's been married twice. So he did get divorced once.
Oh, so he's going to hell.
He's Jewish, so he's already gone.
Oh, well, that'll save you every time.
Anything else you want to say about these two albums?
Well, let me see. Maybe I think I wrote down some insults in my notes here.
Sure.
I think there's like 4 different songs. There's like 4 different songs where I mentioned that Billy Joe Armstrong is 40 years old when he records these albums.
That is a fair assessment.
So Sweet 16, I do like. It sounds like Green Day is 40-year-olds to me.
Okay.
Where it's like nostalgic for their youth, but still like accepting this new part of their lives, a new phase, I should say.
Sure.
I don't know. Sweet 16, for some reason, I just feel like is more the style of music they should have been focusing on for this, as opposed to like Fuck Time or Wild One or Make Out Party. And I feel the same way about Stray Heart. I think Stray Heart sounds like a song that a 40-year-old Green Day would actually like make, or should actually be making. And then in Wow That's Loud, I said, I can't believe they kept playing while Jason White had a seizure in the studio.
Oh, jeez.
Which song was that?
Wow That's Loud.
Oh. They had to make a whole song about it.
Something about the dress got Jason White to do whatever he did in that song.
Apparently,
it's worth noting that
Billy Joe loves Fog Hat.
All fans of Green Day, I'd say.
I mean, Stray Hearts was
my first bass
for a Hot Tub song, so you're saying Trick, sorry.
Yeah. My first bass was Mike Dirnt Squire Precision that I still play today.
Oh, sick.
Well, when your song is certified gold by the Federation of the Italian Music Industry, you know you've got something good going on.
Which song was that?
Oh yeah,
Stray Heart.
The one that's not on vinyl?
Correct.
The best song on that album that for some reason is not on the vinyl release of that album.
Because they were like, let's put it on Trey. Actually, no, let's not.
Right, but like if they already put that song on Dose, why not just keep it on Trey?
Probably because they printed Trey already. They probably printed it
Right,
all.
but why? Why would they print Trey after they had already printed Dose with a different song? You might as well just switch them.
They
It's not like
probably
they didn't know they did it.
I mean, we don't know when they pressed it versus when they finalized everything and when they changed it.
I guess I figured they would just go in order if they were releasing 2 months apart originally.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is one aside I'd like to mention, and it's about Trey. And it's why was the only Green Day song on Rocksmith X Kid off of Trey?
Probably because that was the song.
Because they had already agreed to do the Twilight movie for The Forgotten.
And Rocksmith was probably coming out around the time, or at least being made around the time they were licensing music, and X Kid was a new song. And they were already doing Green Day Rock Band, so they couldn't exactly get more Rock Band for Rocksmith, I'm assuming.
Man, I don't remember any of these songs.
So anyways, I know how to play X Kid on bass guitar. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, that's all we can ask for. Any other notes, Corey?
I see. The opening to Carpe Diem sounds too much like Surrender by Cheap Trick. And then Stop When the Red Lights Flash, the beginning of that is just You Really Got Me by Van Halen.
Which is a Kinks song, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is a Kinks song, that's right.
Yeah, it's a cover of Kinks song.
Oh, yeah, of course. I couldn't remember who did the song, and I Googled it, and the first thing that came up was Van Halen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
it's like, I was talking to this about my father, actually. It's like how Family Man is by Hall & Oates is actually a song by Mike Oldfield, the Tubular Bells guy.
And Girls Just Want to Have Fun isn't even a Cyndi Lauper song originally.
Robert Hazard, the misogynist punk song, first.
What?
Yeah.
You're telling me Cyndi Lauper's cover of that song is ironic?
Yes.
That's insane. I guess Goonies really were good enough.
Sure. But if that's it, I think we can call it here, and we'll return next week listening to Trey, watching Quattro, and then talking about some version of the Dookie new re-release. What part of that tricks did you want to cover again?
Just the whole 4-track, the unreleased 4-track.
Where is that?
Are those like unreleased songs, or are they the demos?
They're the demos.
Okay, I heard one of them. Oh, I see it now. I see it.
I'm guessing. Yeah, the basket.
So, like the 10 tracks, 1 through 10.
Wait, yeah. When It's Time is a Dookie song.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I don't know why, but it is. That's because that song doesn't even like have a release for decades after this.
When did it come out?
The first time it appears is on the Broadway musical soundtrack. It's the only Green Day song on that album.
Interesting. Well, we'll be covering those, which is the first part of disc 2 of the Dookie 30th anniversary edition, which has 5 discs of things. We're only covering part of disc 2. We're doing that. We're doing Quattro, and we're doing Trey. That'll be it until then. My name is Dominic. You can catch me online on Twitter at DACICHOCKI. I'm sometimes on the Games My Mom Found podcast talking about RPGs and things. Check us out there.
I've been Trix. You can catch me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Hive, any of the places now except really Threads. Check us all out. Go ahead, Corey, if you want to plug yourself.
I've been Corey, and don't follow me. I don't want any more followers.
Fair enough.
Yes, follow us on Dissonant Waves on Twitter, on YouTube. If you've never checked out YouTube, that's a pretty fun place to be. Check out our merch on Redbubble and things. Do we have the clock yet? Can we confirm we have the clock and the thing and the puzzle?
I cannot. I have not messed with the settings. We should have had the clock. I remember setting up the clock. I don't know why we don't have the clock.
Oh, I'd like to order that clock at some point. What?
I will figure it out so you can order the clock.
Fantastic. Well,
and the puzzle.
Yes, the puzzle is really what I want most, but clock is also up there.
Yes.
Have a good night, everybody.